I was a child in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to a Catholic grade school. Um, we didn't, men were men and women were women. Men had short hair and women had long hair. Woodstock sort of showed me the difference between, like men started having long hair, and sometimes you couldn't tell the difference between one and the other. And a lot of of course I was about 9 years old back then, so the sexual revolution was pretty new to me. I didn't know what was going on until I seen what was going on in Woodstock, and it's just a different way of doing things. Before, you respected police and your parents, and Woodstock sort of these could tell the kids were questioning with didn't listen to the police all the time. They were off, that their parents didn't, they probably didn't approve of things like that. That was just not done back then. Well, it gave me a different perspective. Before this, you sort of did everything your parents did without questioning them, and they sort of showed a little different side of it. They didn't, sometimes they didn't totally respect police or their parents or the establishment. They sort of did what they wanted to do. They broke laws, but the other hand too, before that, nobody ever did question authority. So if there was anything bad that the authorities did, you would just have to go along with it and bear the consequences. Well, back in the time, like I said, I was 9 years old, and we thought it was normal day occurrence. You turned the TV on all the time, you seen helicopters flying overhead and soldiers, going through rice fields and ducking for cover and stuff like that. It was sort of, at the time too, there was a lot of war shows on too, so they sort of got you, used to that was like the sort of the normal thing in life. That there was just war all the time going on. Later on, I thought it was, as I got older and analyzed it more, that I found out it was more of a political war than a war that we could really. There was really no way of winning it. They put too many rules against us that we could win by. It started, it might have started out to be a good idea, but the end, we sort of pulled out of it, I think, in shame more than anything. Well, first thing, you have to think real hard about getting into wars whatsoever. I don't believe we should get in any wars whatsoever unless it's absolutely necessary. There's always other things too. There's sanctions. There are other things we can do against countries or leaders to stop them from doing the actions that they're doing that's going against us. But the other hand too is a lot of times getting into wars is a deterrent that countries are going to know, or leaders are going to know, that hey, there's only so far that you can push us before we're going to take action, and our actions should be swift and powerful as we can. We're going in to win.